Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity. I am your host, Renovade, and today, guys, we are playing on the FTOG.net server with a bunch of cool people. So, today, guys, is episode number 14. We're going to get back to what we were doing in episode number 13, but this time we're going to build the cool stuff and make some cool stuff. So, hopefully, you guys are enjoying this series. Hopefully, you will enjoy this episode. If you do, like any of them, please click that like button. Just lets us know we're doing a good job. Also, leave any type of comments you want, whether it's something you saw that I could have done better or something that you liked. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and help me grow the channel. So let's get started, guys. This is episode number 14. We got a lot to get done. Let's do it. Alright, guys, let's start right off from where we left off last episode. Last episode, we had something set up right here in the hallway. It was a recycler that was feeding into, or I'm sorry, it was an igneous extruder feeding into a recycler that was feeding into a deep storage unit that was making us a bunch of scrap metal, or just scrap, I guess. I guess it's not really metal, but just scrap. And so we wanted to go ahead and make some machines that are that can use that scrap and turn it into something that is usable for us to replicate other items. And that stuff is upstairs. But before we go upstairs, I wanted to show you the room that we got set up for this operation. This is going to be called, the Replicator Room. And right here is the deep storage unit. And something that we did, we went ahead and made a bunch more recyclers, as you can see. And we got it hooked up to a cobble gen. Brink the Gamer came over and was looking at the base and said, hey, there's a better way of doing it, and so he explained it to us, and then we went over and looked at his setup, and he helped us out on this, so thanks Brink for that. We don't have as many machines as he does, but we got all these set up, and some of them actually have overclockers on them. As you can see, these got 2. I think all the rest of these have 2. And then in this transfer, we got 21 world integrations, stack upgrade, which I don't think we need that. We did some speed upgrades, and I did a round robin just so that it doesn't just feed the first one. It's actually trying to feed all of them at the same time. And then we're just using regular transfer nodes at the top, and it gets pulled out. And I don't know why it's holding on to that. That's kind of odd. Let me check out something real quick. Let's do something real quick. I wonder why this is pulling out. It just pulled it out. So I wonder if we put speed upgrades in that, if that'll help. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But this is how we got it set up. I was going to make an MFSU to power all this IC2 boxes. But I think we're just going to use the immersive engineering wire for now, because we're going to have to run the wires in behind this wall as well and get these machines hooked up. So that's what we're going to be getting done today. I don't want to waste any time because there's a lot to go over and a lot to explain how all this stuff works. And like I showed you last episode, all this stuff is done. And between episodes, I actually got these 3 things done here. So here's our main thing that we're going to feed all our scrap into. This is called the mass fabricator. It's actually going to create a bunch of UU matter, which is a fluid. It's kind of purple. And then once we get that fluid, we're going to be able to make stuff with it. But before we can make stuff with it, we have to do something called a pattern storage, a scanner, and a replicator. And I'll go over these once we get them set up. They're pretty easy to explain, actually. But let me get a couple things ready. I just want to get the room ready real quick before we start going on, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, so let's get started here. Let's go ahead and grab these pieces. You know what? I actually have a bunch of crap in my inventory, so let's go ahead and throw some of this away. I don't need that. I definitely don't need that, but we do need the rest of this stuff. So let's grab that. And I was making some more spruce storage drawers for over there. We'll probably do that between episodes. And let's go ahead and drop all this in there. So that's good. Okay. So what we need are our machines. So let's go ahead and get these. This is the mass fabricator that we need. This is the pattern storage. And this is the scanner. And this is the replicator. So let's go ahead and take those downstairs. We'll set these up and get them powered up. We don't need to use the elevator. Let's go down here. And this is the way that I'm going to set this up. I actually moved the door to over here because I need to get access through here But we're going to have our deep storage unit here, and it is going to pump into the mass fabricator. So we're going to put the mass fabricator right here, okay? And on the back side of that, I don't know, I think that's going to be too close, so let's pop that off there real quick. Bam. Okay, good. Let's put it like, I wonder if I can put it here on the back side. I just don't want it to be in the way, because I got to go like this. So let's grab our wire, and let's see if this turns on. Maybe it doesn't require power. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see if it doesn't require power. Okay, if it doesn't require power, that'd be great. I know these other 3 machines do, so let's go ahead and get those hooked up, and then we'll hook the whole system up. Okay, so what we want to do is make the mass fabricator. It's going to produce fluid called UU matter. It's going to get pumped into this, and then this is going to pump into a machine called a replicator. All right, so we're going to put the replicator here. Beside it, we want the pattern storage. Yes, the pattern storage. And then beside it, we want the scanner. So here's the process. It's kind of set up backwards. But this is going to produce the UU matter. It's going to sit in here. The UU matter is going to get pumped into the replicator. The replicator has this kind of setup. It's kind of like the canning machine upstairs. But what happens is the UU matter comes into here. And then we are going to click on a pattern or an object that we want to replicate. And it's going to tell us what it needs to, like how much UU matter it requires. And there's a little process bar. Now we can click single run. We can just duplicate one object, or we can do a repeat run and just have it continue to multiply or continue to replicate that single item. But before it gets that item, it has to know. Did I put the scanner here? Oh crap. Okay. Good thing we got this. Boom. Boom. That goes there. And this goes there. Okay. Here's how it works. The pattern storage, what happens is you scan an object in over here. Okay, you drop an item in here, it scans it, and it'll ask you if you want to save it. If you want to save it, it saves it to a disk. I'm sorry, and they're called crystal disks, I think, or crystal something. We'll look at them. In here, you put the disk in here, and then it will save that pattern into a storage. So this is actually saving it to an internal storage, not just the disk. And you can take the disk out and put other disks in, and it'll just continue to remember all the patterns that you had. It'll also tell you how much it requires, energy and everything. And then this thing has a pattern thing up here, which you can click, and if whatever you have in storage, that item will pick up here. So let's say we wanted to replicate iron. I don't know if we can or not. And that was in one of our pattern storages. We can just click over until we can find it, and then we click go. So that's how that works. So now we're going to get this hooked up. So let's go back here, and let's do the same thing we did with the other one, and put it like so, like that, and that, and then like that. And then this should be okay because these use 1,000 RF per tick, and these should be powering up. I am not seeing power. Why are these not getting power? Am I not hooked up to power downstairs? I am hooked up to power because these are working. Alright guys, so what it appears to happen is these things have an enormous internal energy amount. So these things are taking quite a bit of time, and this thing's pumping out, I think, something like 1,000 RF per tick or somewhere along that lines. But right now what we want to do is try to pull out of this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll try it. So I need a transfer node here, and it is working good. So inside of here I just want a couple speed upgrades, and then this is going in here, and then it doesn't look like it looks like this is going to require power. So let's go ahead and go back here and hook this up to power as well. And I already had that piece hooked up there, so let's go ahead and put another node here. And as you might not have known, in Infinity Expert mode, the only way that we can get RF to transfer into IC2 is with immersive engineering, which is kind of odd. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So that's how we're getting that to work. We could also make like an MFSU or something like that, but we're not doing that. Okay, why you not connect? Why is it obstructed? Let's try that again. Let's take that off. Take that one off. Let's try it again. Put it there and there. And go from here to here. Here to here. Come on. There we go. So there we go. So that amplification is staying pretty high. The progress isn't going up that much. But it looks like it is producing, but it's not going to pump it out. So we might have to get a fluid duct to pump this out. So let's try. I brought a couple of fluid ducts with us, so let's just try this. I'll pump it out here and put it in there. And then I have to go out and underneath to this one, but let's just try this for right now. This might be, it's not going to be the prettiest setup, but it's going to be okay for right now. So let's do this. And I think we need to set this to input. So let me set this to input. Input. Oh, it's already pumping in. Awesome. So it is working. Good. So the process is a little slow. We'll make some overclockers and put them in here. That might help us just a little bit. Alright, so I did look and there are no speed upgrades for this. So we'll just have to sit here and wait till this pumps out and pumps into here. And it's going to do it at a very, very, very slow pace. This progress here could probably be sped up if we put more speed upgrades. So let's just check and see if that helps. Doesn't seem to help. The amplifier is staying up though, which is kind of nice, but we're not making very much. So then from here, what we need to do is, I'll go ahead, let's go upstairs and make a couple things real quick. Let me grab Link real quick and see if he's available to jump on with us, and we'll finish this. Be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and let's check on it. We got 15. Oh my god. There's got to be a way to make this block faster. So that is going to need some time. But what we're going to make now, guys, is this disk. This is the crystal memory disk. Like I said, this is what we're going to write our patterns to. But we actually don't write it to this. We actually put this into an alloy smelter, and that gives us an empty one. So in order to make that, I needed the centrifuge, which Link took. Just kidding, Link. But here is the recipe. If we click on this, this is going to show us our recipe. Pulverized obsidian and some silicone. And so we're going to go like this and put that other piece here. And then where's our silicone? Did we not bring it? It looks like we didn't even bring it. It figures. My luck. Let's go up here and grab it real quick. And it should be in this table right here. Nope, this table. Right there it is. That's what we're looking for. Let's go back downstairs. Let's steal the elevator. And this is the new room that Link has made. This is going to be our plutonium production in here. So let's go ahead and get this here, like that. And that gives us our first memory card. Okay, cool. So let's take this, and let's go upstairs, like so, and put this in the alloy smelter. Hopefully nothing's in there. It's not. And we got an octatic capacitor, which makes it extremely fast. So here is our storage disk. Let's go back up here to our room. I'll show you how this works. So this is our scanner, and we want to scan something. And what we want to scan is a piece of maybe plutonium. I don't know if plutonium is radioactive. Not sure. If it is, we're going to use our suit. So let's go ahead and shift click. We need an empty hand, I guess. Shift click. Awesome. Let's go upstairs. And let's grab a piece. Actually, let's just do a little tiny piece of plutonium, maybe. Yeah, let's try a little tiny piece of plutonium and see what it takes to do that. This is just for fun. So let's go back downstairs. And let's go up here. And we're going to take this tiny piece of plutonium, we're going to stick it in here. And it's going to scan it. And if it doesn't scan, that means you can't replicate it. But if it scans it, it means you can. So we're going to put that here. Actually, we don't need that. We need that in the next one. Or can we put it here? That's where we're going to put it. And then it's going to ask us if we want to save that. So let's let that do that. Let's go over here and look at this again. And let's see. I don't know if these speed upgrades are actually doing anything. Maybe, I don't know if an interaction upgrade would actually help. We could take one from out of this one just to see, but I doubt it because it's not really a world integration that we're having an issue with. It's just how much we can get out of that. I don't think this is going to do anything. That does nothing. Nope, not at all. So let's take that out. Let's put those there. We got a stack of 64. It's just not pulling it in quick enough. So maybe let's look at what the upgrades were again. We have a transformer, ejector, and pooling upgrade. So maybe the pooling upgrade is the upgrade we need to look at. So let's go under industrial craft. And I think let's go over a page or so. Here they are right here. So this is a transformer, overclocker, energy, ejector, fluid ejector, redstone, and pooling upgrade. Automatically inputs from the first valid side. That's not what we need. That's not what we need at all. So maybe this is just a slow process and we'll just have to deal with it, I guess. So we'll have to sit here and wait for this thing to fill up. Let's go back over here to our scanner though and see where we're at. We're at 50%. So it's still scanning it and it's using up some power. And I want to go see how much power are we actually using. So let's run down here real quick and see. That thing's not moving. None of these are moving. So let's go downstairs. And this thing isn't moving. So we are making more. Oh, we don't have a jetpack to get back upstairs. Haha, that's fun. Okay, guys, let me get back upstairs real quick. That was a bad goof, and we'll see how much that takes to make that piece of plutonium. Be right back. Alright, we are back, and as you can see, this thing only requires 32.37 millibuckets of UU matter to make a tiny piece of plutonium. So let's take this disk. Oh, put the disk back in there. We want to make sure we click save. So now we saved it, and you can see it on there. It says tiny pile of plutonium UU matter 32.37. Awesome. So what we do then is we take it over here and we put it in our pattern storage, like so, and then we just click here, import from crystal. So now it remembers it. Now we can take this disk out, and we'll always have it, so we can put it in a drawer or something. But this is going to keep all of the patterns stored inside of it. So what we do now is we go over here, and it's going to say waiting, but we can click that right there. See? And it's going to say how much does it require. And sorry for that noise, that was an update for Windows. And we actually have 23. So when this gets to 32, I am going to go ahead and bring you back, and we're going to make our first piece of matter, I guess. First piece of plutonium. So we'll be right back.
Hello, peeps.
Alright guys, we're back, and I pulled Link into here so I can explain what this does. So Link, you know, all the matter goes in the mass fabricator. It's taken forever for it to convert it into UU matter, but that's fine. We're actually getting a net gain on the scrap. So maybe down the line we have 2 of these, I don't know. But that's pumping the fluids out into this tank. The tank right now has 33 UU matter, now it has 34. So this first machine, I actually have it set up backwards. The scanner is the first machine. You put an item in there that you want to scan. So let's say we wanted to duplicate silicone dioxide. See how it's scanning? And then it will save it to one of those disks that I made. So you put the disk in the little gray box on the right, and it will ask you to save it to a disk.
Crystal memory?
And it looks like this. So look what's in that disk.
Tiny pile of plutonium.
And how much
32 point something.
So then what happens is you put that disk in the pattern storage, the one in the middle, and then it's already saved in there, so you don't need to do it again. And then you click the down arrow to import it. So as you can see on the pattern storage, it's already got tiny pile of plutonium.
Okay.
Cool. And then over here on the replicator, it's waiting for us to decide what we want to do. And up at the top is the tiny pile of plutonium, because the more patterns that we have saved in that middle one, which doesn't require power, you can click the next pattern, so we can duplicate a bunch of stuff.
Does the pattern storage have to be next to the replicator?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it kind of connects to each other.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tinker's.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So you can either a single run, make one piece, or you can do repeat run and just let it keep running and duplicate these for us.
Let's do this.
Okay. So let's click. I gotta click the tank up at the top to export. And it just all went in there. All right. So it says we got 36 millibuckets of UU matter. You ready?
Yep.
Let's make it. Oh yeah.
This is so cool. Actually, this is really cool. I shouldn't have my hand over my mouth when I'm doing that.
So it's going to go up to 100%. And we are going to replicate our first item. Bam.
That's it?
That's it, man.
That's super easy.
Isn't it?
What are you going to do with the tiny plutonium?
I'll just add it to our other piles.
Okay.
And now we'll just let this thing, it's chunk loaded because everything we've been building in our base are in these 4 chunks.
It's chunk loaded by Renovate.
Oh yeah, finally.
If you look at the map.
Oh yeah,
Renovate
so yeah.
Almost most of the base.
Here's what happened. So I thought that if you clicked on a chunk, that meant when it turns green, it means it's loaded. It's not. It means I claimed it. If you look down the bottom right hand corner, it says claim chunks. We have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If I control click it, turns red. Now that means it's chunk loaded, but we don't want that. So then you just right click to get off of it.
If you look, he claimed almost half the base.
I claimed everything. It's all mine.
I'm only a visitor in this strange world.
So yeah, I'm going to research on if there's a way to make this mass fabricator produce UU matter a lot faster, but maybe there's not.
Dude, we already have 28 piles of tiny pile of uranium.
Well, that's good because that's what's going to make RTG fuel, and that's the next thing I'm going to replicate.
Yeah. Wait, what?
So, where you me put it?
Right there.
I don't think I can access that, dude.
Perfect. On.
Because it was made by you. It's a safe.
Is there a way to...
Here, you put this in there.
No. Open it.
Oh, cool.
I'm still learning how to use these things. I never used them before.
Cool, dude. So the next thing that we need to look at is...
I put 6 ore in there and I got all that.
Tiny pile of plutonium. Tiny pile of plutonium.
Combine them together gives you 1 plutonium.
Yeah. 1 plutonium. What can you do with that? You can mix it with some dense iron plates and you get pellets of RTG fuel. What can you make with it? Iridium. Iridium is what we're trying to get to because it unlocks a bunch of stuff. Cool stuff.
Magnum torch.
Like a magnum torch, yep. But real quick, before I end this episode, I just wanted to show everybody what the new mob area looks like.
Monster Rage.
So we expanded it down this way. We're probably going to use this box here for just random stuff. So we'll have like a mob spawner and we'll just have like a little something to hold in all the safari nets and the multiple use ones. And we'll have like a ghast or something in this one. This one I think is going to be Endermans. And this one here, I'm not quite sure what we could make this one out of.
Oh, do you need this back?
No. Do we have... We don't have witch water in this mod pack, do we?
Nope.
Nope.
Man loves his witch water.
Man, it's so cool. Make wither skeletons.
Well, we could just make a power spawner.
I think I tried that, and I did the soul vial, and it just captures a skeleton.
Really?
Yes. Oh, so I'd have to safari net one.
Just using a safari net.
Okay.
And just do the exact copy.
Yeah, we'll do exactly, which takes a lot of But you can see that we got. I turned it off because we're real close to filling this whole entire tank up, and that's a lot of mobs.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Base.
So yeah, that's. I think that's going to be it for this episode. It took almost what 3 days to make all these machines. It took like 8 hours in one day.
I wasn't here for most of it.
That's okay.
I was with my wife, probably.
Oh, you know, I closed in our back door. We need to fix that.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Closed her back door.
So, yeah, guys, that's going to be today's episode. Oh, nice outfit. I forgot I had this on. I look like the guy off of Breaking Bad, man. It's cool.
Oh, now he's gonna start making meth and stuff.
Yep. Make some blue crystal stuff. But yeah, guys, that's going to be episode number 14. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button. Also, hit up Link's channel. You can see what he's been doing while I've been walking around here today. He's been making the room next door, which is the production of uranium and plutonium.
Which is kind of pointless since we can copy stuff now.
Yeah, but that takes forever. So yeah, guys, that's been today's episode. Also, hit up everybody else's channels. Their descriptions are their links are in the description below. Go to their channels, watch their videos, and also hit the like button on all of them. I'll see you next time, guys. It's been episode number 14.
See ya.